Welcome back to Let Us Learn to Lead video series on free open source software designed by M. Srinivasan, Training Associate Mathematics, Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, Zonal Institute of Education and Training, Mumbai. Self-learning contents in video form on GeoGebra dynamic mathematics software is presented at this video series. To view the contents, you may join Google Classroom by using the class code 73AUMBO. In this video, you will learn designing a worksheet to visualize perpendicular bisector as a locus. For preparing this video lecture, I used Windows 10 operating system, a licensed version, GeoGebra 5.0, a free open source software, and free open source screen recorder software. Let us start. Let me show you what type of worksheet we will be designing for the children to practice. We will tell them that locus, perpendicular bisector. We will design what is a locus. The locus of a points which are equidistant from two given points at A and B is the perpendicular bisector. We will take one AB and we will have one point, and we will try to show them that it is a perpendicular bisector because AM is equal to MB is equal to 4.4, and not only that, it is perpendicular also. Now we will just tell them that by making use of this trace on and then by moving it up and down, we can tell them that this is a bisector and it is perpendicular, therefore this is a perpendicular bisector. We can have its animation also. Okay, let us try to design this dynamic worksheet from scratch. For that, I have taken a GeoGebra Classic 5 worksheet with the geometry view and with the option of rounding it to one decimal place and labeling of new points only. Let me start with the heading. I will have the heading as the locus. The locus I am going to define here is perpendicular bisector. You know that how to do to keep this place. Right click and absolute position on the screen. It won't move whenever you are moving this axis. Whenever you are moving the sheet and all, it won't move. Okay, well, we will go for the definition of locus. Actually, this is better to start with the definition of the locus, because the child should know that locus is the path traced by moving point, or it is the set of all points whose position is defined by certain condition. Now the condition they will ask. If the condition, based on the condition, we will get a circle, or we will get a parallel line, or we will get a angle bisector, or we will get a perpendicular bisector, we will get an ellipse, or we will get a parabola, and so on. Okay, now we have to go for a line segment now. For that, go to this segment, touch it, come back, and then touch it somewhere. Okay, now you got this, and then you can position it somewhere here. Okay, good. Keep this A here, keep this B here. Okay, now let us go for perpendicular bisector directly. We are having this perpendicular bisector. What it tells? Simply touch the line. That's all. Simply touch the line. You got the perpendicular bisector. Let us go for its point of intersection also. Okay, but normally we want it to be M, because this is a midpoint. Normally it is not that much required. We want to have it as M because M is the midpoint. Now we will take one point on this object. Okay, let us check whether this point is having animation also. Yes, it have trace on and have animation also. Okay, therefore there won't be any problem for us. Okay, now this point we can normally, we will call it as P in every definition, but we will call it as P. We have to tell that the P is of equal distance always. Go to this segment, touch it, and go for this PB. Okay, you can touch it and then go for its object property. It is H, and you have to remember that, and this one is I. Okay, suppose if you want to show them only their length, what you can go for it, and then go for this distance or length. Simply touch it, simply touch it. It is 8.4. Okay, you see, whenever you are moving it, it is also showing the same distance. Is it okay? Now you can go on getting the idea now. The point P is equidistant from A and B. You can tell the children that the point P is equidistant from A and B. Okay, what is the distance the child may ask you? Therefore, you can give it them also, that always it is AP is equal to I think PA. You can call it as PA. PA is equal to PB. Sorry, PB is equal to, I think we got it as something like H 9.8. Okay. Okay, therefore the child will come and move it and then check out. Okay, another interesting thing about is the angle. Okay, therefore we need the angle. Go to this angle, try to touch these two lines, you will get 90 degrees automatic. Oh sorry, I'm touching it in the wrong direction actually. You have to touch these two. Go to this angle, touch this and this. Oh, you got that 90. Okay, therefore it is making 90 degrees also. Now this line is not required now, therefore you can go for this object property, go to its style, make it thickness as 0, and then its style you make it as dot dot dot. Okay, it is visible to you only, I hope. Okay, this P, you just go to this object property, point size you make it as 7 or something, or maybe 6 or something. You can have its color as something as red. Okay, suppose so that when I move it, it will move. Okay, now we can go for the right click, go to its trace on, and then you trace it. This is actually manual tracing, and you know that you are having another tracing also called animation on. Okay, now you can after doing it, you can declare that the locus of the moving point is perpendicular to AB. They will ask, the child will ask why it is perpendicular. You can show them that it is always showing as 90 degrees. It's always showing as 90 degrees. Okay, another thing is that it should be a midpoint, therefore go to this segment, AM, touch it, then MB, you touch it. Is it okay? Let us see what is that AM. I think AM, you have to go to this graphing and then check out what is that AM. It is J and K. Well, I think I got the idea. It is J and K. Okay, that's you remember that what it is actually. Therefore, in that AB, go for it, and then you write AM is equal to MB or BM. BM is equal to, I think you got it as J 4.8. Okay, it is always same actually. Whenever you are moving it and then bringing it, it is always the same. Therefore, it is number one is it is perpendicular, and number two it is cutting it into two. It passes through the midpoint. Therefore, it is a perpendicular bisector. Remember, whenever you are using this animation on, it will go up and then come down, and it will be oscillating. It highly interesting. You see, now we are very well seeing that actually it is tracing that perpendicular bisector. Therefore, the line bisects AB. You can declare. These are the statements which will make the idea very clearly. You see, first perpendicular and it bisects. Therefore, it is a perpendicular bisector. But it will help the children to come to the conclusion that why it is the perpendicular bisector. Any number of times the child can come and visualize it. Already I have told you that you have to go to the right click and you can go to this object property, and in algebra you can control the speed as 0.5 for example. Okay, then you can have it as oscillating. Then when you give this animation on, it will go very slow. Is it okay? Now you can have it as either decreasing or increasing or whatever may be. Now the one way is that you can move it from top to bottom and then show it to the children. Otherwise you can show it like this also. You see, it is very slowly it comes, and it exactly tells them that it is the angle bisector. Not only that, the child can understand that the distance is always the same, 4.8, 4.8, 5, 5.8, 5.3, like that. It is highly interesting. Therefore, this is a very highly interesting dynamic worksheet where you can show them that what is the locus of the point which is defined as per the given condition. Equidistance from two fixed points. Thank you. Let us learn to lead.